Hey traders, Parker again, here with another video. Today I'll be introducing you to the premium version of the Fractal Supply and Demand Indicator. Let me go ahead and get on the screen and I can go and explain to you everything that's on the premium version of it versus the basic version. Right here, first thing you'll notice, I added an anchor VWAP for the indicator. It creates an anchor VWAP at the breaks of the supply areas or the demand areas. You get an area at the bottom and you also get a label as well. I'm looking at Tesla, and I also added these gray lines of outline of the fractals. And basically for me, I look at it as like a web. I was calling it the fractal web, but you can take it off if it's not helpful for you, but it kind of outlines the fractals for you, the past ones and the future ones. But this is Tesla on the, I think it's a 30-day, 15-minute chart. And basically this is what you're going to get. You're going to get the original clouds, and you're going to get this added VWAP also. And you'll get a label that says it broke a break of demand or a break of supply, and usually it's going to say breakout or breakdown. We can try, I'm trying to get it to display, so let's go look at it on SPY, and it might say it on SPY, so it's not going to say. Let me cut on the on demand feature and we can get it that way. So let's shift it down to a 1 minute. Well, there's the label right there, and it's showing you it had a break of support when it broke below this line right here, and it's just staying there, and that's, it's gonna say breakdown. There's one that says break up, and it broke above this. It broke above this area of supply, and it created this line to show you that, hey, this is where the breakup happened. But let me cut on the on demand and we can get a better idea of how this thing works, or what it's going to display. And this is what you're going to get. And for me, just like any anchor VWAP, you're going to use that as your area of support. And it had a breakup, and it was using this area. It was using this close, because the anchor VWAP is going to go from the close. And this is the yellow line is the previous anchor VWAP. This green line is the current one. And you're going to get this cloud. You can cut the cloud off if you don't want it. You can change these colors if you want to. But just look at how it follows this VWAP up there. And it uses that support the whole time. And you got the label, and I'm looking for a negative one. So here's your red one. You're gonna, this is the red line is the current VWAP from this close, and this is the previous VWAP, previous continuation on the previous VWAP. And same situation here. And just like you would use VWAP, you'll see this as support or resistance. And like I said, you get the labels. It says break up, break down, and in the indicator itself, you have the those webs I was talking about: the fractal supply, fractal demand, resistance 1, resistance 2, support 1, support 2, support line, and those really for the angles. That line right here, it's for those extensions. Cross up, cross down, breakout line, breakdown line, VWAP close, VWAP, previous VWAP. You, like I said, the labels hide, that's no longer in there. I just have to remove that from the code. But the show breakout signals, the VWAP cloud, the chart bubbles if you don't want to say breakout or breakdown. And this white line is what I was telling you about. When it shows a breakup, it's going to put a line at that close that breached above the supply line. And I'm just trying to get it to, let's do it like this, and we'll get a better picture of it. There we go. There's that line right there that I was telling you about. You'll get that line if close breaks above it, it'll give you that line. So this close broke above, and you can use it as an area of support or a possible resistance, or you can plan out your trade from that area. But for me, the way I do it, exactly just like that, I will look for this area being support at the broke above the supply area or this resistance area, and I would use this as my stop loss or possibly lower to 13, but that'd be too much actually. So I would use this second area of supply as my stop loss. So it would be 14.90 while I go long 15.90. So it'll be $1 loss or a potential gain, and you would just use this riding up the VWAP. But the indicator itself is gonna be paired in a bundle. So you're gonna get this buy sell volume is what you're seeing right here, and it's telling you the buying and selling of, it's giving you a visual display of buying and selling, and it's basically based off the candle itself, and it'll tell you if it's more buying and selling, and tell you if it's high volume versus low volume. You get white if it's extremely high volume. You get this you get green if it's high volume. You get this light green is above average volume. You get this dirty looking green if it's just average volume, and you get dark green if it's below average volume. Same situation with the selling. Well, you get a yellow candle if that volume on that candle is extreme. You would get the you would get a bright red candle like this one right here if it's but way above average. If it's high volume, way above average volume. You'll get this tan. You'll get an orange candle like this if it's above average volume, and you'll get this tan dry red color if it's average volume, and you get dark red volume if it's way below average volume. And it for me, I use it as a way of judging volatility at that time. And just like with the open, you get these extremes right here. You got white, yellow, and that's basically showing you it's extreme. And you're gonna get that every day at the opening bell, regardless, because that's when you're gonna have the most volume being driven in at that point right there. And as you can see, the web just coats it like that, and you can see where it breached it with those areas. It breached above. And this is a 1 minute chart, so you're going to get a lot more signal. So let's push it up to the 15-minute chart. And this is the on-demand feature, so it's going to run a little slower. And this is Tesla's battery day. This is, I'm showing you a chart from 9/22/20. And basically I'm showing you all of that. When it comes to the labels, I explained this before, but for the most part, you're going to get the bar average. The bar, this is the volume on this bar. So let me shift it back down to 3.5 minutes. So this is the current bar right here. This is the current average, true volume on this candle. This is the average volume for, bar average volume. So that's average volume on this time period. This is today's total volume. This is the average of, this is day's average volume. So it's using 190% of that. Well, 1,190% of the day's average. And it's really just a judgment of volatility. And these colors will change color according to, if it's above 50%, it'll be green if it's bullish, or it'll be red if it's bearish. And if it's above 100%, you'll get cyan or you'll get magenta. And that's what you're seeing down here. So the 10-day average volume is 28,670,000, and it's using 992% of that. 21-day average volume, that there's a percentage of that. 100-day average volume, and the 52-week volume, average volume as well, and it's using most of that as well. So it's way above. And this right here is today. So if we go to the daily, the buy sell average, buy sell percentages at this point in time is we're roughly 70 and roughly 30% buying and selling. So we can go to the 1 day chart, and that's basically what it's showing you. You have very little selling going on up here. Very little selling going on while you have all this buying going up. This is an average. So the buy week average and the sell week average. So on the weekly average, it's still saying is bearish, and on the monthly average, it's still saying is bearish as well. So we'll get off the on-demand feature and we'll go to SPI now. And those are those labels. You got two breakups. It broke above here and it broke above there. And there's that line I was telling you about that. I guess you can say, you can call it you're choosing to go long or not. And you probably want to wait for that next candle to see if it's going to hold that line. If it's not, you probably might not want to go long on that. And like I said, you're still going to get those clouds as well up here. Let's look at the SPY, and then we'll go to Tesla after this. Let me get rid of my markers on here. And it had a breakdown, so it broke this area of demand. And one of the things I've been studying or looking more into as I've been developing this indicator is market structure. And that's what I think Bill Williams was really trying to show was market structure. You know, all these different fractal up, these up fractals and these down fractals is really just showing you market structure, and these breaches are really just showing you breaches or breaks of market structure. And you can see the same thing down here. Like I said, you get magenta. So this is the day. Well, this is Friday. So you know what happened Friday with the Fed and them saying that they want to raise rates. So it was a ton of selling going on. And like I said, this was that days. So you had roughly 12% of the days buying, and you had 88% of selling. And I wanted to show you how I actually got that. So if you give me one moment, I'm going to show you where I got that from, but it's more generic. But let's see. One moment, just bear with me. I should have already had this up, so I had already planned on showing it on this video. And this is where I really got the inspiration from. If you're not part of this community, it's called Thinkscript. Use Thinkscript. And he has an indicator that's called volume buy sell pressure indicator. I'm just going to let this video play for a little bit, but I'm probably going to fast forward through it. You can go get his indicator, and it's going to give you, let me fast forward to it. Yes, come on. There we go. And this is his indicator, and it basically works on everything. It's a free script. You can go get his indicator. All you're going to get is just those green and red bars. You're not going to get in depth saying that whether it's high volume, low volume, or any of this other stuff that I'm giving you on this indicator. And that's why it's considered a premium indicator. And we'll get back to this. And you're not going to get any of these labels or anything. But the other thing you're going to be getting in this package is this. Is the watch list column for it. So this is the fractal watch list column. And basically you get a cyan anytime there's a new, there's a break above break above the supply line. And you'll get a green line anytime there's a creation of a new low demand zones. You get an orange line anytime there's a new fractal supply zone created, and you'll get red anytime there's a breakdown below demand zone. And that's what these colors represents. These numbers, I mean, it's just for the if you want to orient your watch list column from the best to least. So you'll be getting that, and you'll also be getting the scan as well. So the fractal supply demand scan. So you'll be getting that scan right there. Let me go back to the chart and let me pull up that scan. And in the scan, you'll be able to do a bull scan for a creation of a new supply zone. You'll be able to do a bear scan for a new creation of a new supply zone. I mean, this would be a demand zone, supply zone. This would be obviously the cross up of a cross up above a supply zone, and the bear cross would be a cross down below a demand zone. So this is everything you're gonna be getting in this bundle. So like I said, that's 5 different things you're getting in a bundle. You're getting a premium version of the supply and demand zone indicator. You're getting the buy sell volume labels. You're getting the buy sell volume. You're getting the scanner, and you're getting the watch list column. The only thing that I'm not including that I did show you was that was the volume labels. I'm still having some issues on the volume volatility, so that's not going to be included. But you got the RSI gate. No, you're not going to get any of that. So there's still problems with those I'm working out. But when they become available, I'll do another video for that. But this is everything that's coming in this bundle. And I had someone ask me about, because I wasn't ready to display. Oh, it's one other thing I wanted to show you about this, that this blue and magenta line, they just represent volume deviations. So just like you see with the VWAP, you have the upper and lower deviations when a line crosses or breaks above it. But this is the same thing. Volume is very high in this area, and this is 1 deviation above volume. The magenta is 2 deviations above volume. So you get that as well in that indication, and it's just a measure of volatility. But I appreciate you guys' time. I appreciate if you found this video helpful, please leave me a like, and if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And if you have any questions or anything, feel free to shoot me an email at cwparker23indicators.com, or all this will be in the description. If you found something that you didn't like about the video, or you didn't like about an indicator, leave me some feedback in the comment section, or shoot me an email. I really appreciate you guys. You're really motivating me to do more, and I keep these indicators coming, and I keep the free ones coming. So like and subscribe, and y'all wish you a happy Valentine's Day.